Hey guys, Level Cap here, and welcome to This Week in Gaming, your weekly news recap on everything going on in the world of video games. And this week we got a proper look at the campaign and portal mode for Battlefield 6. There were some huge announcements for Sony's latest state of play, major retailers are dropping the Xbox consoles, and much more. It was a massive week for Battlefield 6 news as DICE released a campaign trailer and a new look at the upcoming portal mode. And before we get into that, first a quick word from today's sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by Enlisted, the squad-based World War II FPS that's available for free on PC and consoles. And honestly, for free, you get a heck of a game here, featuring authentic feeling World War II combat, over 400 different weapons, tanks, and aircraft from World War II. You get to command an AI squad across maps representing key battles from the war with factions that include the United States, Germany, the Soviet Union, and Japan. The new era update also includes new research and progression trees for veteran players to continue unlocking. And new PC players that use my links below will get a special bonus pack including 3,000 silver and 3 days of premium account access. But it's a limited time bonus, so make sure you sign up today. Don't sleep on Enlisted, it's a fun experience and it costs nothing to try out. Alright, back to Battlefield 6 news. DICE really put out a lot of info this week. They also invited creators behind the scenes to get hands-on time with the campaign and additional info about Portal. I did a full impressions video on my time with the campaign, so stay tuned to the end of the video for a link to that. The TLDR version is that it's kind of like what you would expect from a Battlefield 4 campaign, but maybe even a little more rough around the edges, as I think the dev team was really rushed on this one. Portal, on the other hand, seems like it could genuinely revolutionize the Battlefield franchise, potentially. Battlefield 6's version of Portal will include a full map editor that lets anyone create their own levels complete with AI scripting, custom objectives and UI elements, modifiers, and more. And while the examples that DICE provided looked a bit rudimentary, there's no telling what the community will be able to create once they get their hands on these tools. One limitation of Portal is that you have to use existing maps as a base for your creations. You can add new assets to a level, but it seems like you can't remove the existing ones, so you're somewhat locked into the existing map layouts as your starting point. But DICE have confirmed that they're working on a blank slate template level that will let players create something from the ground up. Sony hosted a State of Play event with some major reveals. Insomniac's upcoming Wolverine game got its first gameplay trailer, and it's absolutely blood-soaked. It features plenty of iconic characters from the X-Men series, in addition to, of course, Wolverine, such as Mystique, Omega Red, a massive Sentinel, and more. It's currently scheduled to launch in fall of 2026 for the PlayStation 5. Housemarque released an extended gameplay trailer for their upcoming third-person shooter Saros. And while it's not a sequel to the previous hit roguelike shooter Returnal, it does feature a grim fantasy setting and bullet hell mechanics like Returnal. Saros is launching on PlayStation 5 March 20th, 2026. Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 got a PlayStation 5 release date of December 8th. It also got a major update this week, adding photogrammetry assets for Japan, updating major cities like Tokyo and Osaka with high-resolution textures and models. Many players are saying it's the most stunning update they've ever seen for a sim game. Aspyr revealed their upcoming Deus Ex remaster to a very mixed reception. While it claims to offer visual upgrades, quality of life improvements, and other enhancements, visually it looks like it took the iconic game that launched way back in 2000 and updated it to a game that looks like it's from 2005. If it makes the game more accessible, that's great, but it's also priced at $30 when you can buy the entire original series for less than $10 right now. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 got a gameplay reveal this week, but the headline news is players will have full access to both multiplayer and zombie mode during the game's beta. This is the first time zombies have been available in a beta for the franchise. The early access beta for pre-order customers launches on October 2nd, and the open beta goes live for everyone on October 5th. In a bit of genuinely bizarre news, Payday 2 got a $5 a month subscription option that gives players full access to more than 65 DLC packages. And while on paper that actually is a pretty decent deal for players just getting into the game so they don't have to buy all of that DLC, it also came with them raising the cost of the full DLC collection from $100 to $150. This version of the game, called the Infamous Collection, includes all of the released DLC. The studio said on Reddit that the price increase was an error and that they have reverted the price of the Infamous Collection. Major retailers like Costco are dropping the Xbox Series consoles from their store shelves. The wholesale giant issued a statement when asked about Xboxes being out of stock, saying that they don't have any plans going forward to carry an Xbox console. Costco joins EB Games in Canada in dropping the consoles, along with Sam's Club, who has stopped selling it via their online store. The sudden shift is probably related to the second round of price hikes that just went out for the consoles, which I would imagine is also cutting into just how quickly people are buying the console, making it a less attractive retail product. This is pretty bad news for the Xbox console, and hopefully it's not indicative of the end of an era for Xbox. In other gaming hardware news, Valve just dropped the price of the Steam Deck LCD down to $319 from $400. And while it's stuck with a 60Hz display compared to the 90Hz that's available on the OLED model, that version of the Steam Deck is still $550. To make things even more interesting, Xbox and Asus announced pricing and the release date for their upcoming ROG Xbox Ally and Ally X handheld game consoles. The base model will be $600, and the upgraded X version, which features a faster processor, will be $1,000. Both handhelds launch on October 16th. Unlike the Steam Deck, the Ally uses Windows for its operating system, and Xbox has collaborated directly with Asus on the software to offer the best performance possible. Now, one of the major critiques and misconceptions of this handheld console, due to it having the Xbox name, is you might expect it to be able to run Xbox games natively. You can't. It's still, at the end of the day, just a Windows device. You can run the Xbox app on there that'll give you access to games that are rated as Play Anywhere, but that doesn't mean that you can play Xbox exclusive games that don't have that tag. Hideo Kojima has confirmed that OD will be a horror anthology game with segments designed by different high-profile creators, with Jordan Peele already attached to the project. Kojima's studio released a gameplay teaser calling his contribution to the anthology Knock. It features some stunningly realistic visuals with maybe the best facial animation seen in a game. OD doesn't have a release date. Skate's Season 1 update will make some notable improvements to the early access title. The headline update is enhanced lighting that will set the game more at the golden hour, with richer and warmer lighting that makes the world less cold and instead more vibrant. Season 1 will include cosmetic items from popular skate brands like Thrasher, Vans, and Royal Trucks. Legacy modes absent from Skate will likely be added in future seasonal updates. Those updates will include new tricks in Season 2 and 3. In our final story this week, Borderlands 4 has been delayed indefinitely for Switch 2. It was originally scheduled to launch on October 3rd. Digital pre-orders of the game have been canceled, and players who pre-ordered a physical copy should request refunds from the retailer if they don't want to wait out the delay. Gearbox will provide an updated launch date once they've figured things out. On PC and other consoles, the game launched with some pretty bad technical and performance issues. This week, Gearbox released a major update to address these issues and also added an FOV slider on consoles, but they also caused some new stuttering problems. The official recommendation is to let the game cache shaders for around 15 minutes when first launching the game after you install the update. And once again, thanks to Enlisted for sponsoring this video. Use my links below to get a special bonus pack for the new PC players that includes weapons, cosmetics, 4,000 silvers, and 3 days of premium. That's a limited time offer, so make sure you grab Enlisted today. And that wraps it up for today's episode of This Week in Gaming. If you want to check out my first impressions on the Battlefield 6 single player, check out this video here. And if you want more details on just what you can do in Portal for Battlefield 6, check out this video. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is Level Cap, signing off.